Welcome to this ePsychiatry video. My name is Joseph and I'm a psychiatrist working with ePsychiatry. Today I would like to speak briefly about depression. So what is depression? The word depression is often casually used to describe symptoms ranging from sadness, low mood to irritability. But clinically, depression is a medical illness. To meet the criteria for clinical depression, an individual's distress must be significant and the symptoms must impair daily functioning for a certain period of time. The clinical term depression is not the same as just feeling down or sad. Every one of us feels sad from time to time, but a person with clinically significant depression experiences persistent sadness, a depressed mood, or diminished interest in activities they used to enjoy. For example, someone who is sad but can still work and socialize as normal typically doesn't meet the threshold for diagnosable depression. But a person who has been missing class at school because they are unable to get out of bed or has fallen behind in their work due to the inability to concentrate could possibly be experiencing depression. Depression is thought to have several different drivers which can work together to trigger or maintain an episode. Certain factors like a person's environment and genetics can make someone more prone to becoming depressed. Biological factors such as having a heart attack can be part responsible for a depressive episode. Another example would be a physical injury resulting in a job change and then a loss of income, which could be understood as a two-part driver for a depressive episode. Anyone can experience an episode of clinically significant depression at any stage of life, including children and teenagers. Unfortunately, many kids and teens with depression don't get diagnosed or treated, as the symptoms of depression may be missed or attributed to other reasons such as behavioral problems. Every year, about 6% of all adult Australians are affected by a depressive illness. Older adults and the elderly are also at risk for depression. Depression has a variety of symptoms and will affect each of us in different ways. Common symptoms include disturbances to normal sleep patterns, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, changes in appetite or weight, physical aches and pains. Someone who feels sad for a day or even a week generally won't meet criteria for clinical depression. But if the symptoms don't get better after 2 weeks and cause a major change to a person's ability to function, they can be experiencing an episode of depression. Also, it is expected that someone could feel overwhelming sadness and other symptoms of clinical depression after experiencing grief. However, symptoms of grief usually get better over time, but if they don't, someone who is grieving may be diagnosed with depression. Treatment can reduce, hasten the recovery from, and even eliminate the symptoms of depression. Treatment may include a combination of psychological therapy, medication, lifestyle changes, and holistic supports that are helpful. As with any mental illness, there are ways to cope. If you or someone you care about has signs or symptoms of depression, we encourage you to see your GP as a first port of call. Your GP will be able to diagnose you and start you on a treatment plan. Part of the recovery may involve you learning more about depression. If so, we hope this video has been helpful to you. Send us any questions or comments that you may have.